Well,
Go through the fucking table?
As you can see, it goes through a table.
Holy shit. The can was like, let me move out of your way.
Wait, did you get that? Did you stop?
Yeah, no, I'm still rolling.
No, I missed. Okay, we need you to go to the store and buy stuff now because he just ripped through the table, so we got to get a new table.
You have to get a new table, so yeah, guys, if you could buy some stuff from zombiegoboom.com, that would help us get a new table.
Okay, thanks.
Support the show at zombiegoboom.com where you can get your favorite zombie killing weapons.
When the zombie apocalypse arrives, will you survive? Zombie go boom. Kick undead ass.
Hey, what's up, survivors? Welcome to another mind-blowing torture test from Zombie Go Boom. I'm Chuck Murray.
I'm Charles Foltz.
And today we have a mind-blowing one for you. So what we have is the Kobra Steel Laconia Spartan short sword by Windlass. It's a very long name for such a short sword, but it's really badass. It's made out of 1095 high carbon steel. The blade is 14 inches long. The grip is about 4 inches. It has an integrated pommel. Now this sword right here is meant for speed, not necessarily power. You're supposed to maim people, move really fast, use both edges, stab people, more slash instead of chop. So we don't know how well it's gonna do against the zombie, and you'll see that tomorrow. So Charles, what do you think?
Well, like you said, it's really lightweight. The grip part, the hilt here, the rubber kind of concerns me a little bit, because although you would think that rubber is a really good grip, once you actually put something wet or greasy on here like blood, it gets kind of slippery. I mean, that's just rubber in general, so we'll see how that works. I mean, as you can see, it's kind of flat. There's no grooves or anything like that, so we'll see how that works out. If I own this, I would drill a hole in it and put a lanyard on it and strap it around my wrist just so it doesn't fly out of my hand.
Like a Wiimote?
Yes.
That's how you should have it. But
yes.
Hey, can you tell me about the sharpness now that you're doing that?
Oh, it's kind of sharp. It's basically factory sharp. We don't sharpen the swords most of the time because we feel like they should be sharp from the factory, and we want to know how they are going to test right out of the box.
If we sharpen anything, we tell you guys before we
do the
test.
And it's usually machetes is what we sharpen because they usually need a sharpening.
And we need to answer a question. Somebody said, are you guys calling this a torture test? You're not really torturing the weapon. Do you want to go into our targets for today?
Well, we usually do cinder blocks and bricks and stuff like that, but with weapons like this, like an actual sword in the steel, you said it was 1075?
1095.
1095, wow.
And it depends also on the heat treat, you know, but we can't trust the heat treat, like our lives on it.
Yeah. So if I was to hit like a brick or something with this, the blade could snap and then it could fly into our camera guy here or someone.
Him.
Or me.
Yeah. I mean, we've had some really close calls and we're trying to be as safe as possible because we don't want anybody to be injured.
And another reason we test with these kind of targets when it comes to swords is because we're trying to see how smooth it cuts, how much force is needed to get through each target, and how much damage it does with little effort. And that's why we like testing on coconuts too.
Yeah, but not necessarily to kill ourselves, you know? That's why certain swords we won't test against cinder blocks, because they can snap and come back at you and you might end up like the QVC guy. Another thing we want to talk about is the Scabbard. Not too bad, at least it has a loop for your belt. But other than that, it's
just kind of basic. It's just kind of plain. It'll
really
work.
Basic. It's just riveted all the way through. It is leather, which is nice.
The one thing I don't like about these kind of sheaths though is that the strap is just straight up. So when you wear it, the sword is pointing straight up, not really at any kind of angle that is comfortable to drop.
It should be at a 45.
It should be at an angle of some kind, and now it's on the ground, so it doesn't even matter. Let's get started. So the stab worked pretty well, but as far as cutting goes, it more kind of tore it. As you can see, it's kind of frayed here. Well, the stabbing worked pretty well. I got soaked, but the slash worked pretty well. It's relatively smooth, you know, as smooth as you can get when you cut through a plastic bottle.
I didn't even use very much force at all. Went all the way through the can and into the table again. Well, in fairness, this isn't made to chop, okay? It's made to slash, it's made to maim, it's meant to stab, and it's so light that you pretty much have to put all you have into it, which I'm not totally doing just because I'm so afraid that it might snap and bounce right into me. But I got about halfway done. Well, I don't know what it's gonna do against Ivan tomorrow. It took a few strikes, it took a lot of force, and it more shattered than cut, but I don't know. Come back tomorrow and see, you know?
To learn more about the products featured in this video and others like it, please go to zombiegoboom.com and help support the show.